After 2 draws in the games with standard time control, a tie-break will now decide the winner between Hikaru Nakamura and Levon Aronian in the FIDE Grand Prix 2022. Although Aronian leads in head-to-head in standard chess, however, in rapid and blitz chess, Nakamura is ahead with 12 wins to 4. Nakamura opened with pawn on e4 and, with bishop on b5 on move 3, followed exactly the same line as in the first game of the final, the Rai-Lopez. And again Nakamura stuck to his anti-martial system and played the pawn to h3, avoiding black's very sharp martial attack, which was full of theoretical knowledge. Perhaps he discovered some winning ideas in his post-game analysis. And although Aronian made some small mistakes in this very exciting game, where Nakamura had advantages according to the engine evaluation, the game was more or less balanced until move 46. Then under time pressure and with only a few seconds left on the clock, Aronian blundered in a completely balanced position by moving his rook on d8, and subsequently lost his pawn on b5. Nakamura now had a winning advantage. Both players were now under time pressure, and it was on move 57, when Nakamura lost his advantage by moving his king on e3. Instead of this he could have moved the rook on f8 and later on, give it away for the black pawn, which, with best play, would have given him the chance to promote one of his pawns to a queen and win. In this now balanced rook and pawn endgame, Aronian made the crucial mistake only a few moves later by playing his pawn to f2. This led to a clearly won endgame, definitely for chess grandmasters, as the black king was cut off from the action and the white pawn had every chance of promoting to a queen. Aronian resigned and so it was 1-0 for Nakamura. After a 15 minutes break the rematch will start. Aronian with the white pieces, was now in a must-win situation. He also opened with e4 and after a few moves the Italian game Giuoco Piano, which means, quiet game, one of the oldest recorded openings, was on the board. The opening went pretty good for Aronian, but due to some small inaccuracies later in the game he could not take an advantage out of it, but did quite well for the whole game. Nakamura played very solid, as a draw would be enough for him to win the tournament. Suddenly on move 48, in a balanced situation, Aronian moved his rook to f4 and blundered the whole game. As after a forced sequence, he could not avoid the loss of his rook and so he resigned on move 50. Nakamura afterwards said in the interview that his victory in the first game set the tone for the second game, because the second game would have been completely different otherwise. Anyway, with the victory at the first tournament of the FIDE Grand Prix 2022, Nakamura not only put himself in a very good position to qualify for the candidates tournament, but also won $24,000. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest chess news and tournament highlight videos. Thanks for watching.